Hey, Sooner football fans. It's Thursday night with Terry and Rob at Louie's on Campus Corner. Boomer Rob.
Boomer Terry.
And of course, we got Rob's son, Rhett. Boomer Rhett. Boomer Terry. And first thing we want to do is thank everybody for their patience in us trying to get these videos. This one's going to work. I know it. So
we're up and running.
It took me a while.
I'm sure.
I'm not a smart man. But anyway, we're at Campus Corner, as we are every Thursday night at Louie's. Great food and drinks. Plus, we need you to hit the subscribe button right now on the YouTube.
We'd also like to say we are not affiliated with the University of Oklahoma.
Exactly. But we do have eligibility left. Apparently, they don't need us.
Well, not with all the recruits that they just signed in. I don't think they're going to be calling to suit us up anytime soon.
No. We signed 22, which is crazy, because we had 19 committed. And we got 3 that I don't guess anybody was expecting.
Well, the majority of them are 4 or 5 stars, with only, three stars. Mm-hmm. Which, I'm not a big stars guy.
But it's the Milky Way.
But
that's what it looks like.
The more stars you have, it seems like the quicker they can develop.
Yeah. So, how does a guy who doesn't have a defensive coordinator, who fired his defensive coordinator halfway through the season, get 11 4-star defensive players?
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But it's Lincoln Riley. So, I mean, that tells you a whole lot.
He goes out without a defensive coordinator, playing in the bowl game, and I guess what he said the other day on his press conference was they asked him how he sells them, and he's like, well, what he's doing with the defense. He goes, next year. I tell him I'm not worried about it.
Well, they just
we got to win. We got to win a national championship. Do you want me worried about your coach next year? Do you want me, if you were a senior, what would you want me to do?
Right.
Brilliant. But the
just,
three.
I just want to point out that I lost my cat.
Oh, Rob. But anyway, yeah, you can't reach it, so we can't stop. And we do unedited videos, guys. So when we screw up, it's all seen. Thank you, Kirsten. But anyway, anybody surprise you?
No.
Well, the Marcus Stripling.
It's absolutely a surprise. And so was Crittenden.
Yeah. And, Cradell.
I'm sorry, Cradell.
Yeah. Cradell, what was great about him was he announced it on TV, on LA TV.
Right.
With the horns down. And did you see the video of Lincoln when he saw him?
Oh, yeah.
He was
fired up, dude.
Exactly. And that is why, folks, Lincoln Riley is not going to the pros.
Right.
You don't get that excited.
Right. Let me tell you something, Terry. This Cradell kid, he should have been a 5-star.
Yeah.
He's not getting that much exposure. I'm telling you, he's a 5-star player. Sooner fans are going to be so happy that we signed Cradell. I'm telling you, he's going to really make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking last year when the recruiting started, and all the, Spencer, Theo, Austin, they were all lining up to come to OU.
Oh, yeah.
You and I are sitting here going, what about the defense? Our defense is the problem.
Yeah.
Somebody fix our defense. Well, Lincoln is starting to fix the defense.
Well, everybody that we recruited and got in, they were nationally recruited by Alabama, by Ohio State, by everybody. All the big boys were going after these kids, and Lincoln pulled them in without a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, on his own.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
We ended up with 22, and he's not done. Depending on the transfers, we could get another 5.
We can still get that quarterback that went to Georgia last year, who was the #1 high school quarterback in the nation last year.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. And then we'll have 2 #1 quarterbacks.
Well, I don't know. If you're Spencer Rattler and Justin Fields transfers here, are you thinking you're going somewhere else?
No. No. I mean, I think it's like we talked about before. The deal with these type of athletes, they're not afraid of competition.
No.
These guys are going to be bringing the #1 from 2 years ago in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll come there. I think where that kind of throws into play is like the offensive lineman, because this recruiting class didn't have a lot of big offensive linemen because Oklahoma didn't really go after a bunch because they've got a locker room full right now. You know, so.
Well, just think about next year, that quarterback battle. If Justin Fields came in, it's last year's #1 player in the nation against this year's #1 player in the nation. I mean, we got good problems, Sooner fans.
Yeah, really good problems. But, I mean, I think everybody was excited. My thumb was sore from liking all day. Refresh. What'd you think about the videos that they put out? The records?
I thought they were really cool. I thought
the records.
Yeah. No, I took a peek at Alabama's, and it was not nearly as cool as what we did.
Never is.
No, it was really cool. Lincoln is really stepping up his recruiting game.
I didn't even look at any of Alabama's, did you?
Nope.
There you go.
Yeah, but I going through and liking everything. It was a pretty crazy day. And then I guess they got the 3 that they weren't they had offered but did ended up committing and signing it was Ty Dearman, Credell, and Marcus Stripling.
Right. And
Marcus Stripling is a big get.
Listen, I want to talk about the running back, the JUCO transfer from Vegas. That's where he's from. Now, he's a
Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah. Oh, you got a 6 foot, 235. This is a big, strong running back. I've seen some of the film on him. He is going to fit nicely into our system. He's a kind of a mix and look-alike, if you will. So we're going to be loaded up all over the field.
Right. So it's a good thing. But now let's talk about Alabama, since we're talking about the defense and stuff and the recruits. Here's one other thing I wanted to clarify, because we got a couple of comments on Facebook and a couple other places about what we meant by what was the term I used? Opportunistic defense.
Oh.
Okay.
We got to take advantage of the opportunities that the
right. We
can't.
Our defense doesn't have to be exceptional. We never have the last 2 years, but they have
this year.
Yeah, especially this year.
Right.
But we have to, when the opportunity comes up, in which they have the last 2 games. But we can't drop interceptions.
We can't drop right in our hands.
Which I don't know how many. I tried to find that stat today of how many interceptions we dropped.
It's a bunch.
It's a bunch.
Yeah.
And that's what we mean, is that you can't make those types of mental errors. You can't. With Alabama and how this game's going to go, you have to get your turnovers when you can, and you can't let them go.
Right.
So
So when we get the opportunity to make a turnover, they got the defense has really got to jump on it.
Right. So we are hoping they just turned the music up here, which it is a bar and grill. We're hoping that our audio is still coming through. This is a pretty good microphone, so it better be a good microphone for the amount of money I paid for it. So, but and that's all we need them to do. I mean, is they're going to have to get a couple of stops for us to have a have a hope. So, and those stops have got to be in a turnover.
Well, they can't leave the offense out on an island to win the game.
Right.
The defense has got to come along and play.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Alabama's all that overpowering. I know that they played in the vaunted SEC and those SEC defenses, but if we can get a couple of stops, man, it's
right.
Everybody's ball game.
Right. But did you see? I know you don't like Nick Saban. Nick Saban has grown on me. Did you hear what he said about Murray? He said, they asked him how he duplicates it in practice, that speed and what he can do, and he goes, well, I don't know that I can duplicate it, because if I had somebody who could do that, he would be starting.
Yeah.
And he goes, this is the best player in football. He admits it. So, I mean, they know what's coming after them.
Yeah.
This offense they're going to have problems.
Best offensive line in football.
Yeah. Everybody was concerned, about how the defense, and they've been spouting off. Alabama has been using old boy's line. What was his name? The linebacker. You just went blank. Florida State game. Torrance Marshall.
Yeah.
I'm coming to get my boys. Well, they've been saying that, But okay, you got the Joe Moore Award winners standing in front of you. Bring it. So
we're not scared of Alabama.
Yeah. No.
Not scared.
So I know they think we should be. Yeah.
They're good. Don't get me wrong.
But not scared.
Not scared.
So, anyway, that's kind of our Alabama takes. We've been doing this thing to picking games. You want to go ahead and pick the I Don't Care Bowls?
Let's do it.
Do y'all know anybody playing in the I Don't Care Bowls? You don't know anybody playing in the I Don't Care Bowls? Okay.
All right.
Tonight we have, no, you cannot.
Marshall versus South Florida.
In the Gasparilla Bowl.
The what?
Isn't that what it's
Gasparilla.
What is a Gasparilla?
I don't know. Marshall versus South Florida.
All right, I'm taking the Bulls because I think they got some legitimate athletes down there in South Florida. And really, I don't know what they have at Marshall. So.
I'm taking it just because I like the movie. We Be Marshall.
Thundringer. All right. Good luck to y'all on that pick.
USF just signed a contract with UF to play a couple games for the next 3 years. Florida and University of South Florida just signed some contracts to play games.
Hey, whatever happened to UCF and Florida's full?
Done.
Nope,
Not happening. Nope.
All right, Florida International versus Toledo.
In the Bahama Bowl.
Yes.
FIU.
When I go off to the
The
Terry.
Screaming Owls.
Listen, Toledo's going to score big on them. This is a blowout. Toledo.
Really?
It's a blowout.
Okay. What'd you pick? I didn't see.
FIU.
Yeah, there you go. The Idaho Potato Bowl. Yeah, it's going to be cold there.
Yeah, it sure is.
Western Michigan and BYU.
These guys are in their upper 20s. Some of them may be in their 30s. All right? BYU.
I'm taking Western Michigan because I know nothing about either one of the teams.
Missed yet.
On Saturday, we got the Birmingham Bowl, Memphis and Wake Forest.
I think they got a quarterback hurt. So I'm going. No, I'm going. Is the quarterback in Memphis hurt?
I don't know.
All right.
No, I
I'm
don't.
going Memphis Tigers.
Memphis.
It's unanimous.
The Blue Tigers.
All right.
Armed Forces Bowl, Houston and Army. Army.
Army.
We're going to tear them up.
Yes. Army.
I still think they should be playing Oklahoma State in that bowl.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Dollar General Bowl.
They're getting desperate.
Buffalo and Troy.
Listen, we don't realize how blessed we are to be Zero fans because who wants to play in the Dollar General Bowl?
I wonder what their swag looks like for the game. Comes in a little yellow bag.
Yeah, really.
Some toilet tissue.
I don't have a clue. I really do not. I'm just picking Troy just because
Buffalo.
it was smaller and weren't right than Buffalo was.
The Hawaii Bowl. Dang, Hawaii gets to play in the Hawaii Bowl?
Oh, that's cool.
That doesn't seem fair.
It sure doesn't.
They do everything.
I know, but it still doesn't seem fair. Louisiana Tech and Hawaii.
I'm taking the Rainbows. Aren't they still called the Rainbows?
Yep. Rainbow Warriors.
Oh, Rainbow Warriors. Rainbow Warriors.
Okay.
All right, where are we at?
We're going into next week with the First Responder Bowl on Wednesday. Boston College and Boise State.
Man.
Boston College.
I'm going Broncos.
Boise.
Going the Broncos.
Let's see. The Quick Lane Bowl, Minnesota and Georgia Tech. I'm going with the Hornets. Are they the Hornets? Georgia Tech Hornets?
I think that's right.
Oh, I put Wasps.
Wasps. Same thing.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, eh? And then we got the Cheez-It Bowl. You know what their swag is.
Hey, if I got a first Big 12 team here,
TCU and Cal.
they got to go represent against the Cal team. That is terrible, by the way.
TCU.
Texas Christian University.
Sure did. Cal's gonna get the upset because TCU is also terrible.
And then, well, let's not pick Thursdays. We'll stop there because we'll be here next Thursday.
All right.
So, You know what? You got anything to add, guys? Anything else you want to drop in the box?
So I think when it's all said and done, if we get Hazelwood and if we get Justin Fields, we're going to be top 1 or 2 recruiting class in the nation.
Yeah, and it's far from over. Signing day still. There's guys still out there.
Hazelwood on the 5th, right? That's All-American Bowl.
Yeah.
Which I will be watching, by the way.
And there's still guys out there that they can grab that are 3 and 4 and 5 stars. I don't think any 5 stars are many are left. But
I think Lincoln has filled his needs.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever we get now is great.
Right, and it's a deal of who's transferring.
Yeah.
Who's coming back. Most people think Hollywood's not coming back.
Well, we'll see.
So there's going to be some guys to leave. They're expecting 3 to 5 to leave, and then he can fill those spots.
Which I hope not.
Yeah. So
outside of the seniors, I hope we don't lose.
No, Cody Ford's going to go. He's a junior.
Is Marquise expected to play in the bowl, Orange Bowl?
Still haven't heard. Still haven't heard.
Hopefully that's an injury, not a. I don't think I'm going to play because I'm going to enter the draft.
No, I don't think we got anybody like that. But anyway, guys, like us on Twitter at Sooner Football Fans.
Sooner Football Fans.
Or at Sooner FB Fans.
FB Fans, sorry.
Find us on Facebook, Sooner Football Fans. Again, hit your subscribe button right down there somewhere.
Feel free to stalk me at Big Rob.
Yes, Rob is desperately seeking stalkers. But that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. Boomer Rob.
Boomer Cherry.
Boomerette.
Boomer.